I don't think I'm the best with bathing suits, and hopefully I will get better. And I can't imagine things in my head. I have aphantasia, fun fact. I feel like it smells like bathing suit. I haven't smelled it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am recreating this Free People bathing suit and this ASOS Coverup. So I made a goal for myself to try to use my pool at least twice this summer because I don't go to the pool often. And I thought the perfect way to do that would be to make a bathing suit and a cover-up. So that is today's video. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias, and let's get into it. Okay, in this video, I'm going to be making this Free People bathing suit, and then I think if I have enough time, I'm going to make this ASOS cover-up. So it is essentially summer. I think summer doesn't actually start until mid-June, but it's essentially summer, and the pool at my apartment is open, so it's summer, and I wanted to make a bathing suit. I haven't done one in a very long time. The last one I did was the Victoria's Secret fashion show bathing suit. So I thought that would be a good summer project. And then for the cover up, I saw that actually when I was trying to pick out my last video where I did the ASOS sundress, and I thought that was a really cute cover up, so I thought it would go great with this project. And I feel like the bathing suit shouldn't take me that long. You know, those are famous last words, but I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. So I thought that could be cute. So I'm going to get ready and start drafting the pattern. I also have the game plan. So pretty much it's gonna tie in the front, so just the front with the tie and then the bottoms, and I want the bottoms to be high-waisted, but and I'll have to see how it works out. I want them to be high-waisted, but I want them to still be kind of not like small, but I still want there to be some like leg, if that makes sense. And I will say in the one that I'm referencing, I don't love the waistband that they have on theirs, so I don't really want to do that. I just want to make sure that it's high enough to be as high as I want it. And yeah, so I'm going to get ready and start to draft that pattern. Okay, I just had an idea. I don't really know. So I'm thinking maybe doing a deeper V for the back, or a U, like a deep U instead of a deep V. I don't know, because the back on theirs is like a slight V, and they have a different bathing suit that also is similar, but it's a little more revealing, and the back of that one is also kind of a V. And I don't know if I really love the V, but I don't know if I'd love the U either. But I don't know. I feel like it just might give it more bathing suit. So I will, as I'm drafting the pattern, decide which one, if I want to do the U or the V, and I will let y'all know. Also, something I wanted to show, I got this ruler. The TV is trying to reflect in it. So this is, it kind of is like a French curve, but it has, you can use it for multiple things. So like part of it, it's like you can use for the armhole, part of it's for the hip, and I think like other things as well. But I got this because I've been trying to like improve my pattern making skills, and as y'all have seen in previous videos, when I'm drawing armholes and stuff, I kind of just freehand it, and so I figured this would just be helpful in getting like the curve that it should be. And yeah, so I finally broke down and got this when I got the fabric for the bathing suits. Okay, I have the pattern pieces cut out, so that'll be the back, the front for the top, and then the front and the back for the bottoms. I'm gonna be honest, I think the bottoms might be too big in like multiple aspects. Okay, Lola is on it, but I think they might be a little bit too wide at the waist, and I do think the back bottom might be like too big. But two things, I would rather them be too big and I size it down, and the second is I don't want it to be too short and it's not as high-waisted as I want it to be. So I don't know. I don't think I'm the best with bathing suits, and hopefully I will get better. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the pieces and then I will sew them together. And also I'm gonna cut out 2 of each, and I guess for like the front quarter or front half, 4 of those total, so then I can line it with itself. And yeah, because I want it to be like thick, I don't want it to be thin. So I'm gonna cut those out and then I will start sewing. Okay, I feel like every time I'm always like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough fabric. Well, this time I actually had to go out and buy a little bit more fabric. I got a yard and I needed a yard and a half, and I got a different fabric that I could have lined it with and made it reversible for the top, because I needed 2 more top pieces, like front top pieces, but I felt like when you tie it, you might see the other color, and I didn't want to do that, so I had to go out and get some more. But I have all of the pieces cut out, and I have pins to mark which is the right and wrong side, because I don't know if there's a difference between the right and wrong side on these ones, but it's like, there might be a little difference. I have pins to mark them, so now I'm gonna sew both the outside and the lining. And after I sew those, I'm gonna see if there's any adjustments I wanna make, and then I will get ready and attach them together. Okay, so I tried on the top and the bottom. For the bottom, I'm just gonna make the back a little cheekier, so like those are good overall, and I'll add an elastic probably to the waistband to make sure it's fitted. For the top, I think I'm gonna take off about 1 inch on the armpit because it's just a little gappy. I feel like you can't tell because my mirror's dirty, but it's just a little gappy right here. So I'm gonna take off about 1 inch total, also just so it comes down a little bit more. And then for the back, I don't know if there's a good way to show this. I want to make this come down a little bit further. So, and then I think the only other thing is I might take the side, like the shoulder in like 1 inch, just to make sure that it's like really fitted and snug. So I'm gonna make those changes and then I will combine them together. Okay, I have the top and the bottom, and I have the right sides pinned together, so I'm a little confused about how to flip them, which I feel like I always have that like problem, and I can't imagine things in my head. I have aphantasia, fun fact, so like I can't actually visualize how this would work, which I feel like for me makes it 10 times harder. So for now, I just have the top of the bottom pinned and around the edge of the top as well, so I should be able to flip both of these inside out, and then I might just close the armhole and the leg hole in the bottom by folding both sides under. I will say this material is a little slippery, more than a little, it's very slippery, so that might be a little challenging. And also I'm gonna probably close it with a zigzag stitch so it can stretch, since it already is stretchy. But yeah, so I'm gonna sew that and then I will probably get ready and close it. Also, for the top of the bottom, I'm gonna put an elastic, and I got a swimwear elastic. I don't really know if it makes that much of a difference, but I figured why not. So I'm gonna do that, and yeah. Okay, I saw this technique on TikTok that I'm going to show.
Have you ever wanted to make your own bikini but you weren't sure about attaching the elastic? Well, I'm going to give you some tips that will save you many hours of seam ripping and tears. If you don't pull the elastic at all, you're going to end up with this unpleasant wave situation. It's a little hard to tell from this video, but trust me, it's there. It doesn't look pretty. But if you pull it too much, you're going to get this gathered effect, and that's not what we're going for either. So what I like to do is add my pins a couple inches apart, and then every time I reach a pin, I pull it about 1/4 of an inch. It's helpful to use some sort of marker on your machine as a gauge for where you're pulling that 1/4 of an inch. I'm using the bottom of my bobbin case, but you could use a piece of tape or whatever you want. The other super important thing is you want to make sure your needle's down when you're pulling the elastic.
So she marks off her, where if she's using an elastic, she puts some pins so she knows where to stretch them. She can get like an even stretch all the way through, and I thought I would like to try that, so I'm going to do that for the bottoms, and then afterwards I will flip everything inside out and sew down, like close everything and close out with a zigzag stitch. So, and I think the bathing suit will be done. One other thing that I would like to note, I don't know if there's a special thread type that you should use for a bathing suit. I mean, you probably should use like nylon or polyester thread. I'm using what I have, which is most likely cotton, so that's obviously not correct, but I am going to, yeah, I have a lot of thread, so I didn't want to buy more thread. So this is the elastic, the bathing suit elastic. It's like a cotton elastic. I didn't look, I feel like it smells like bathing suit. I haven't smelled it, but I didn't look into this much. I just saw it at Joann's, and so I got it. So I don't know like what makes it special, but yeah, that's what I'm using. Another quick little shout out. These are some tags that my mom got me one time. Often put tags in my stuff, and I actually used to like a really long time ago. I would make my own tags by either using paint or embroidering on scrap fabric, but I haven't put tags in my stuff for a while, so I did it because even though you can kind of tell with this fabric a little bit which is the right side and the wrong side, I wanted it to be clear, and I've been debating on putting tags in my stuff more, so shout out to my mom, but I wanted to show that as well. Okay, so I did the bathing suit, and I will say, I know I said that I didn't buy any thread because I have a lot of thread, but I actually ended up running out, or almost running out, of the brown thread I was using, and you can see the white part of the spool, so I had to finish the armholes with a straight stitch, but it is relatively stretchy still, so I could have probably just finished everything with a straight stitch, but it is what it is. So for the cover up, I have a little drawing, and I will say I think I'm only gonna make like one main pattern piece, and then so the front side with the triangle, and then I'll just mark how far it needs to come out if I fold it, or I guess not fold it, whatever, to do the back piece, because I feel like I don't need like a second long just rectangle, so I'm only gonna really draft one piece, and then eventually I'll do the straps. Also, I will do the ruffles with the spiral, which I've done that method a few times before. I know once was for, I think, like a Fashion Nova dress. I think I did it recently for something else as well, but I don't know if I can remember right now, but if I can, I will link that somewhere. So I'm going to get ready and draft that pattern and start cutting out the pieces. Okay, I have the pieces cut out, and since this is a sheer and like light fabric, I'm going to do French seam. So right now I have it pinned together, right sides up, so like wrong sides facing, and then I will flip it. I might trim it a little bit, flip it, and then sew with the right sides together and encase that seam. Okay, I cut out the ruffle and I just hemmed it, and I did a rolled hem since the edges fray a little bit, and that was so hard. And I'm gonna be honest, the hem is rough and it is not neat because it was just taking so long, and it took almost an hour to hem the whole thing. It's a ton, there's a ton. So now I'm gonna connect it to the dress, to around the dress, and I'm probably gonna essentially do French seams with this as well. So I'm thinking sew the wrong sides, or no, I think it will be for this. I will sew the right side of this to the wrong side of the fabric and then flip it over and then like top stitch. Yeah. Okay, some honorable mentions about things that I did not film. Because after the ruffle, I was kind of over it. So, I attached the ruffle. I think I filmed, or I said how I was going to do the wrong side, or the right side of the ruffle to the wrong side of the like actual cover up, and then flip it and do like a French seam. And then after that, I sewed together some straps and the ties, and I just did the double fold method for those. I used the stitch in the ditch foot just to make sure I could get the edge good on both of those. And for the straps, I attached them back to front to just see how much, if I wanted to take off anything, but I didn't. And then I did not add there's kind of like a second ruffle that goes down kind of like parallel a little bit to the one that runs around, even though their ruffle doesn't run around the whole thing, but either way. I didn't do that. I didn't add that. I don't know. I don't think I really would have liked how it looked on mine, so I opted to not. So yeah, that's how I finished the cover up. Okay, I know I just said that I wasn't going to add the second ruffle, but looking at it again, I think I like the second ruffle more. I don't know. I feel like it just adds like almost dimension in a sense. So I did that. So I used the leftover from the ruffle that I did around the edge. I hemmed the edges by doing a rolled hem, and then I just pinned it, folded over once and pinned it just so it was like slightly under the edge of the first ruffle. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. I liked how this turned out. I will say for the bathing suit, I think I would make it come up a little bit more. Like the swoop was a little bit deep. So that's one thing I'd change, but I do like how it turned out. I also really liked how the bottoms turned out. So I do have some more bathing suit material. So I might make some other variations of this. We will see. I also want to give a really big shout out to my sister because she helped me film this, and they're just, yeah, it was a time and she helped and I really appreciate it. So I hope that y'all like this. If you made it this far, comment down below your favorite thing about summer and let me know what you want to see me make next. Until next time, bye guys.